Okay, year 9. So here's just a quick video trying to summarize what we spoke about last Thursday in class, talking about what happened, give you a couple more examples to go along with solving equations. So solving equations, as a mathematician, the first thing I think about solving equations is I look at my question, and the thinking that goes inside my head is, rightio, are all my pronumerals together? Are all the variables pronumerals? Same thing. Are they together? Is there a single term that's describing that? If they aren't, I'm going to simplify my expression. I'm going to collect the x's together, collect the like terms together. Then what I'm going to do in my head is I'm going to read the question forward, starting with the pronumeral. What that is doing in my mind is it's talking to me about my orders of operation. What did I do first in that? Did I do brackets? Did I do powers? Was there something inside the brackets that I had to simplify before I could do something outside? So it's reading the question forward to get a very clear understanding in my head each step that I did, starting off with the variable to get to the answer. And then once I'm clear on that with the answer, I'm just going to work backwards. I'm going to do each step in reverse so I get back to where I started with the variable. And once I've done that, this is the beautiful thing about equations. It's the one part of mathematics you don't physically need an answer in the back of the book to tell you if you're correct or not. You can substitute your number back into your equation to see if it was correct. In class, we went through these examples, these 4 examples where we read the question forwards. We wrote down in green, that's the BODMAS part, we wrote down what was each step going forwards. And then in blue, we wrote, well, what would be the reverse steps, the opposite steps to that. And then we did each one of those one at a time underneath the equation till we arrived at our final answer. And then we checked if it's correct. So let's kick that off and let's do an example like that here. So I'm going to start off with this example here. It's a new one. We didn't do this in class the other day. So I'm looking at this question here, and the first thing I noticed in this question is that there's only one variable. All the pronumerals together, and there's a 3x there up in the top left there. So my brain goes, okay, I'm going to start off with the number x, and what were the things that I did to it? So my brain is thinking there was x, it was multiplied by the number 3, it was plus by 8, then divided by 4, and the final result was 11. So writing that down, there was x, it was multiplied by 3, it had 8 added to it. After I did those, I divided by 4, and it equaled 11. So now all I need to think about is what are the reverse of those steps? So the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. Opposite of adding 8 is minusing 8, and the opposite of timesing 3 is divide by 3. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do each step in reverse order. So I'm going to get the first one, which was times 4. I'm going to write it underneath both sides of the equation. So I'm going to write times 4 here and times 4 here. On the left-hand side, these two will cancel each other out. They get rid of each other. They're the reverse operation. They undo each other. So the divided by 4 is no longer there. On the right-hand side, 11 times 4 is 44. So now that what we have is rewriting this equation, we get 3x plus 8 equals 44. I've done the times by 4. Now I need to take away 8 from both sides. So I'm taking away 8 from both sides. That step's done. Plus 8 minus 8, that's going to end up giving me 0. It's going to undo those. So they're going to undo each other, cancel each other, get rid of each other. And then on the right-hand side, I need to do 44 take away 8. So what I'm left with is 3x equals 44 take away 8 is 36. All right, the take away 8 done. Last step now is to divide both sides by 3. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Right, so I've now come up to this idea. I've done each step in reverse. I times by 4, I took away 8, I divided by 3. That's the reverse order, and I've got to this result that I think x is the value 12. What we get now is, on my calculator, I'm going to use brackets. I'm going to type 3, bracket 12, plus 8, all over 4. I'm going to press equals, and my calculator is going to spit 11 out as the answer. And when that happens, I know that I'm correct. If it didn't spit 11, I'm going to go back and check my maths to see if I made a mistake somewhere. All right, that's what we summarized on Thursday in class.